questions addressed to the Honourable Prime Minister.
Honourable members, the table has been advised that P594 has been withdrawn. In the absence of Honourable Fukyun Basha, I now call Mr. Honourable Salim Abbas Mawat.
B596.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm informed by the Commissioner of Police that for the period 2005 to 2014, 17 government vehicles from the VIP security unit car pool were put at the disposal of Dr. N.R. GCSK FRCP, former Prime Minister, for his official and personal use as well as for use by third parties. In fact, 6 vehicles were put at the disposal of the former Prime Minister for official and personal use, namely 1, a black BMW 760i, bearing registration number 442 FB04, 2, a black BMW 760Li, bearing registration number 1607 MR10, 3, a black BMW MS600, bearing registration number 2093 AP11, 4, a black BMW 760Li, bearing registration number 8709 DC13, 5, a black Land Rover, bearing registration number 8190 DC13, and 6, a black Land Rover bearing registration number 3379 JU10. Mr. Speaker, sir, with regard to Part B of the question, I'm informed that 2 vehicles were used by Mrs. VR, spouse of Dr. NR, namely a black Jeep 5.7 Henry, bearing registration number 4007JL08, and a black Mercedes E350 bearing registration number 1543 MR11. 2 black BMW 523i were used by late Mr. VCJ, brother-in-law of Dr. NR, and the in-laws of Dr. NR, respectively. Excuse me. Mr. Speaker, sir, moreover, 1 vehicle, namely a BMW 735Li, Oxford green in colour, was put up for use by foreign eminent personalities, namely Mrs. Stéphanie MG, Princess of Monaco, and Marie Ségolène R, each time they visited Mauritius. 2 other vehicles as follows were used by VIPs lodged at Belmar Plage Hotel. 1, a beige Mercedes E280, 2, a black Mercedes E230. Furthermore, 1 vehicle, namely a BMW 523i, garnet in colour and bearing registration number 5517 SP08, was put at the disposal of Mr. Gilles-Joseph F. Mr. Speaker, sir, the above vehicle, that is the BMW 523i, was also put at the disposal of Ms. Stéphanie S.A.F. and Mr. Laurent O, in addition to a black BMW 552D used by Ms. Stéphanie S.A.F. and a black BMW 540i used by Mr. Laurent O. Finally, 1 vehicle, namely a beige BMW, was used by Mr. Charles Jeffrey C. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm informed by the Commissioner of Police that all these vehicles were driven by police officers posted at the VIP security unit.
Yes, Honourable Abbas Mahmoud.
Thank you, Speaker. Sir, can the acting Prime Minister state whether one Nandini S., very close to the former Prime Minister, was also provided with a vehicle from the VIP security unit carpool driven by a VIPSU officer?
Mr. Speaker, I have not been provided with such information. However, I stand informed that there was a previous parliamentary question in this House in the course of the sitting of 1st September 2015, which was answered by late Sir Anil Jagnat, then Prime Minister, and the very same question was put as a supplementary, to which the then Prime Minister answered, "I understand that this is so." Unfortunately, I have not been provided with such information. In fact, I was surprised to learn that there was an inquiry carried out at some point in time before 2019, and that relevant information pertaining to the list of persons who had been allocated vehicles from the police carpool, together with the services of VIPSU drivers over the period July 2005 to 11 December 2014, were not fully available. And there was suspicion that that was intentional. Unfortunately, the missing information could not be retrieved.
Yes, Honourable Abbas Mahmoud.
Thank you, Speaker. Can the acting Prime Minister state in what capacity Mr. Laurent O was provided with official cars driven by VIPSU officers?
Mr. Speaker, if the honourable gentleman will bear with me, I shall try to check whether such information has been provided to me. No, I believe that Mr. Laurent O would have been during that period, at least for some time during that period from July 2005 up to 2014, attached to the embassy of Mauritius in Paris, France, as an advisor, but I do not have more information at hand, unfortunately.
Next question, Honourable Tu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir, B597.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm informed by the Commissioner of Police that on Wednesday, 1st May 2024, at 13:50 hours, one Mr. S.H. Subham H., cameraman at the Mauritius Broadcasting Corporation, MBC, called at Central CID, Central Criminal Investigation Department, and reported a case of misbehaving at a public gathering. In his statement, Mr. S.H. averred that on Wednesday, 1st of March 2024 at 6:30 hours, he reported for duty at the Mauritius Broadcasting Corporation in Muka, and there he took cognizance that together with 7 of his colleagues from the MBC, he was assigned to cover the political gathering of the PTR MMM ND political alliance which was held in front of the City Council Hall of Port Louis. The team reached Port Louis at 900 hours, where the MBC staff was posted at different locations, and Mr. SH was positioned near the podium to record a video with the MBC camera. I'm further informed that at a particular point in time, Honourable Patrick A was standing on the podium and using the microphone, ordering in a loud tone the MBC team to move away, to leave, while pointing his finger at Mr. SH. Mr. SH added that he felt fear and decided to leave the spot. However, while making his way through the crowd that had gathered, he was subjected to verbal abuse. He was thereafter surrounded by a group of hostile persons, and one of them ordered him in a threatening tone to reveal his identity and forced him to delete the video footage he had recorded. At the same time, he was prevented from leaving the place and held from behind. I'm informed that police officers who were nearby intervened and accompanied Mr. SH and his colleagues to the MBC vehicle parked at La Poudrière Street. I am further informed, Mr. Speaker, sir, by the Commissioner of Police that in the course of the inquiry, the police recorded statements from 22 persons. On Monday, 6th of May 2024, the police convened one Mr. Ham Sharma K for inquiry purposes. In his statement given in the presence of his barrister, he admitted having caught hold of the jacket of Mr. Subham H with a view to handing over the latter to the police as he appeared to be suspicious. On the same day, Mr. HSK, Ham Sharma K, was arrested and provisionally charged with the offence of misbehaving at public gathering before the District Magistrate of Port Louis Court. Police did not object to his release on bail, and he was bailed out, having furnished a surety of 1,000 rupees and recognizance of 5,000 rupees. His next court appearance stands fixed to Wednesday, 14th August 2024. Additionally, on Thursday, 9th May 2024, one Mr. Kevin G was also convened for inquiry. He gave his statement in the presence of his barrister and denied the allegations levelled against him by the declarant. He stated that he is the Assistant Communication Manager of the Labour Party and was responsible for issuing access passes to the media to enable them to cover the political gathering held by the PTR-MMMND Alliance on May Day 2024. On the same day, Mr. Kevin G was arrested and provisionally charged with the offence of misbehaving at a public gathering before the District Magistrate of Port Louis Court. The police did not object to his release on bail, and he was bailed out after having furnished a surety of 1,000 rupees and recognizance of 5,000 rupees. His next court appearance has been fixed to Wednesday, 14th August 2024. Mr. Speaker, I'm also informed by the Commissioner of Police that the Honourable Patrick A was convened at the CID for purposes of inquiry on Monday, 20th May 2024. He was assisted by his legal advisors. During his interview, he claimed he availed himself of his right to silence to all questions put to him, and when confronted with the video footage, he opted not to view the footage. The inquiry into the case has been completed on 18th July 2024, and I stand informed that the case will be forwarded to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions for advice shortly.
Honourable Tour.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Can the acting Prime Minister provide information on the number of police officers deployed on the 1st of May 2024 for that political gathering?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, if once again the lady will bear with me, I shall try and I have the number of MBC personnel, but unfortunately I do not have the number of police officers present at the gathering. I have the number of officers having volunteered a statement to the CID, but unfortunately I do not have the information requested by the Honourable Lady.
Any additional supplementary, Mr. Honourable Abbas Mahmoud.
99.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I would wish to refer the Honourable Member to the replies given to parliamentary questions B/806, B/808, and B/816, provided by the Honourable Prime Minister at the sitting of 27th June 2023 relating to the same subject matter. As the Honourable Prime Minister then informed the House, Mr. A.B., Mr. Akil B., and Mrs. Dumila D.M. were both arrested on 19th August 2022 and provisionally charged with the offence of drug dealing following suspected dangerous drugs, following seizure of suspected dangerous drugs at the residence of Ms. Dumila D.M. as follows. 1, 19.7 grams in one parcel secured from a bedroom, 2.15 grams in another parcel secured from a wooden drawer, 3, 28.12 grams found in 2 parcels secured from a shoulder bag, 4, particles of leaf matter found in a pair of jeans trousers, 5, residues of leaf matter found in a toilet, and 6, 3.09 grams from 6 parcels found in a manhole. Mr. Akil B. and Mrs. Dumila D.M. were bailed out on 6th and 7th September 2022, respectively. On 12th and 19th September 2022, Ms. DDM and Mr. AB respectively reported a complaint to the police alleging that the contents of the mobile phone of Ms. DDM, secured as exhibit in the case, was shared on a social media platform. On 20th September 2022, police referred the complaints to the Independent Police Complaints Commission for investigation. Mr. Speaker, sir, I stand informed that on 6th December 2022, a motion to strike out the provisional charge for drug dealing was made by the panel of counsel of both Mr. A.B. and Ms. DDM. The police objected to the motion, but on 28th March 2023, the provisional charge was struck out following a ruling delivered by the District Magistrate of Bamboo District Court. Subsequently, upon completion of the inquiry, the files relating to both Mr. A.B. and Ms. DDM regarding the case of drug dealing was referred to the Director of Public Prosecutions, to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, with recommendations for prosecution, and that was on 10th April 2023. However, on 24th May 2023, the case filed was returned to the police with certain queries. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm informed by the Commissioner of Police that the queries were attended to by the police. On 7th August 2023, the case file was resubmitted to the Director of Public Prosecutions. However, on 8th August 2023, the case file was referred back to the police with additional queries. I'm informed that after addressing these queries, the case file was on 8th September 2023, again forwarded to the Director of Public Prosecutions. However, on 14th September 2023, the Director of Public Prosecutions returned the case file to the police with instructions to review the safe city footage and provide a report thereon. That footage was viewed and a report thereon was enclosed in the case file, which was sent anew on 21st September 2023 to the DPP. Mr. Speaker, sir, on 21st May 2024, the Director of Public Prosecutions returned the case file to the police with instructions to follow up with the Independent Police Complaints Commission on the status of complaints made by Mr. AB and Ms. DDM against the police officers. The Director of Public Prosecutions also highlighted that the outcome of those complaints was relevant to the alleged case involving drug dealing. Subsequently, the Independent Police Complaints Commission was, on 22nd May 2024, contacted by the police, and the police was informed that the investigation was still in progress. Mr. Speaker, sir, on 4th July 2024, the police again contacted the Independent Police Complaints Commission to ascertain the status of the investigation into the said complaints. And the Independent Police Complaints Commission thereupon informed the police that the investigation had been completed and the reports had already been forwarded to the Director of Public Prosecutions on 11th June 2024. In view thereof, on 5th July 2024, the police submitted the case file of Mr. AB and Ms. DDM anew to the Director of Public Prosecutions, along with the reply obtained from the Independent Police Complaints Commission. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm informed by the Commissioner of Police that in view of the seriousness of the offence implicating the accused parties, the police has, on 11th July 2024, approached the Director of Public Prosecutions for an early advice. In response, on 15th July 2024, the Director of Public Prosecutions informed the police that the case was still under consideration.
Yes, Honourable Abbas Mahmoud.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Can the acting Prime Minister state whether there is any objection to departure with regard to Mr. AB and Ms. DDM?
Again, Mr. Speaker, I do not hold such information. I do know, as I stated earlier, that the provisional charges have been struck out, so I would presume that there is no objection to departure, but I have no further information in that regard.
Yes, Honourable Abbas Mahmoud. Time is over.